Hi guys, welcome to LinuxR YouTube channel. My name is Ram Mishra and I'm your Linux trainer. So today I have come up with new interesting Linux topic for you, which is how to work with Ansible loop in Playbook. So guys, let's begin the topic. But before we start the last session, we have to understand few points, which is what is Ansible loop and their use cases. So for the demonstration purpose, I have a lab scenario for you. Please look at that. Guys, this is my Ansible loop lab setup environment. So the first question come in our mind is, what is Ansible loop? So sometimes we want to do many things in one task, such as create a lots of user or install a lots of packages or repeat a polling setup until a certain result is reached. In computer programming language, that is known as looping. So Ansible loop provide a lots of method to repeat a certain task until a condition is met. Okay, so this is the concept behind the Ansible loop. Now here I have a two trusted virtual machine. First machine acting as a control node, this one, having the IP address is 10.0.0.1 with the server 1.pool.org host name, and the current running Linux OS is RHEL 8.0. My second machine acting as a managed host with the host name client1.pool.org, having the IP address 10.0.0.2, and the running Linux OS is RHEL 8.0. So guys, what I'm going to do, I'm on the control node. On control node, I'll make a few playbooks which showing different cases of Ansible loop condition, and then I'm going to deploy this playbook on the managed host. Okay, so in this session we will cover few loop cases. So this one is loop condition with normal scenario, looping with variable, then Ansible loop with conditions, then loop with the register value. Okay, so the point is how to use loop keyword with a simple example. Okay, for this let's begin the lab session. So I'm on the control node. Firstly, I will show you the hostname and the Red Hat release version. So I simply run the command hostname. This is server1.pool.org, and current I am using Red Hat release version 8.0. Okay, so for being time saving purpose, I have already created a playbook named loop1.yaml where I have mentioned a list of tasks. Otherwise, video will be very long. Okay, so I'll show you. I go to the switch to my user, go to the location, and here is my loop1.yaml file. I'll open it. Okay, so guys, let's understand playbook with Ansible loop feature. Here I have mentioned a play name simple loop, then I mentioned a playbook tasks. Here I want to copy few selected file from control node to the managed host using copy module. So I just use copy module, and I mention a directory name Red Hat. Okay, on the source location. This will be locally available in my source location, from where I copy few files to the managed host / temp location. This is my destination. Okay, so here I use two Ansible keyword for complete this tasks. First one is item and second one is loop keyword. Okay, so what is item and loop? Item is a loop variable that holds the value used during each repetition, and loop, this is the keyword, is usually used to create simple and standard loops that repeated through several items. Okay, so I just save and quit from there and make a directory. I have already created a directory and file. I'll show you. So I'll just open Red Hat directory, and here I make a few blank files, first, second, third, 4, 5 and 6. These are the blank files. So my playbook is ready to run, but before run the playbook, do not forget to check the syntax error first. So how I to check it? I run the command Ansible playbook -- syntax check, and your playbook name, my case loop1.yaml. okay, okay, so everything looks good, no error. Now on other terminal, I take SSH to my managed host to check whether the file is already presented or not. So I'll open another terminal, hit to my managed host. I log in with SSH command and check first temp. Oh, it's clear. Okay, there is no file. Okay, I exit from there. Now time to run. So I'm going to run this command Ansible playbook and the playbook name loop1.yaml. Let's see what happens when I press enter. Okay, it shows my play name, that is simple loop, then gathering facts from client1.pool.org, and look at that, task is going to be started. Copy selected files using loop. So it's copy file first, third and fourth, whatever I have mentioned in my playbook name, loop1.yml. Look at that. While in Red Hat directory we have 6 file, so overall 6 file, I use just copy 3 file using looping. So what the point is running here in above example, when we run the playbook, it will first pick up file first as input and replace with item keyword. Okay, then second point, once file 1 is copy, it will pick up file third as input and copy file third, and follow the same manner for the rest of the file. So this is the concept of looping until the certain condition is met. Okay, so we can verify from the control node whether file copied or not using ad hoc command. So I have the command ansible -a ls temp and all. Let's see. Great, it shows my copy file. So guys, this is our first example of Ansible loop condition with normal scenario. Now move to the next example. Next example is looping with variable. Okay, so for the same manner I have created a playbook named loop2.yml. I'll show you loop2.yml. So let's understand playbook. Here I have mentioned a plain name variable loop. Okay, and I want to execute this playbook on all hosts, so I just mention all. Then I mention var section. Look at that, var section. So it's basically represented a variable just like in a many programming language, and it's essentially a key that represent a value. So in my case, pack is a variable name. So this is a pack, a variable name having a value vsftpd and stdpd packages. Then I mention my tasks where I'm using yum module for install the packages. So I'm using yum module here to just install the package. So using yum module, I install a package using loop keyword with the help of variable section. Okay, so now I'll save one code from there. Again, time to check the syntax check for my second playbook, loop2.yml. Looks good. Now time to run. So how to run? Simple Ansible playbook and run the file name loop2.yml. Press enter. Let's see what happened. Showing my plain name, getting facts, and started. Install the package. Great. The package is installed. So after successfully run this command, we can verify from the control node whether package is installed or not using ad hoc command. I can simply run ansible -a rpm query vsftpd all. Okay, package is installed, and simple stdpd install. Great, it's done without any trouble. Now we can move to the next condition, that is Ansible loop with condition. So for the same environment, I have created a playbook named loop3.yml. I'll show you. Sorry. Here the loop 3. Okay, so let's understand the Ansible playbook again one more time. Here I have mentioned a plain name conditional loop. I want to execute on the same on all hosts. Here I have mentioned a plain name with conditional, and then I mentioned a task section where I am used yum module to install a package on manage host, but with one condition. So here I use Ansible mounts. So what was it? So basically Ansible mounts, this is the Ansible facts having a list of all facts about mounted file system. Okay, then I use a keyword when. Look at that, So what is when condition is used to control whether a task run or skipped. This is normally used to change play behavior based on facts from the destination system. So here I am telling my playbook install bind package. I want to install this bind package. So I just mention telling my playbook to install this bind package using yum module if there is a file system mounted on slash. This is my first condition, and with more than 300 MB free space should be available on the system. If this condition met, then install the package. For this, item.mount and item.size underscore available will get facts information from the manage host. Okay, so if the condition match, then the package will be installed. So now I'm save and quit from there and check syntax for loop 3. Okay, looks good. Now time to run. So I'm going to run this Ansible playbook loop3.yml. So we can see that Ansible mounts facts show list of all facts about mounted file system information. This is for slash and this is for slash boot. Okay. Now we can verify from the control node whether package is installed or not using ad hoc command. So for this I run the same command ansible -a rpm query, and the package name this time is bind. So I press enter. Look at that. Yeah, install. It's done without any trouble. Great. So guys, go to the next one and the last, register value, and Ansible loop with the register value. So for the same I have created loop 4.yml. So understand the playbook. Here I have mentioned a plain name with register loop, this one. Okay, then in the task section I want to just show the file system disk space used by slash and slash boot. Okay, so for this I used a command module. This is a command module which I used it, and then I use register keyword and debug module. Register keyword and then I use debug module. So guys, what is register? Register is used to capture the output from task execution and store it in a variable format. Okay, and the debug module is used for print statement during the execution process. So in my case, Yahoo acting as a variable. This is what is Yahoo? This is acting as a variable format for register keyword. Okay, so I just save and quit from there and simply check the syntax error one more time for loop 4. Looks good. Time to run the playbook. So this time loop 4.yml. So here comes slash boot and slash file system uses output. I'll show you. This is a slash boot. Okay, and if little bit scroll up, this is slash. Okay guys, so by this way we can get the file system output. So guys, this is finally we have end of this topic. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned new things. Soon I will come up with new interesting next topic. Till then, keep practicing. If you have any query or if you have something I missed or you wanted to know more something else, please leave your comment and subscribe my YouTube channel for more updates. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button for the latest update. Guys, one more thing, if you are interested in taking RHEL 8 online classes for RSCSA and RSC section, please contact us through given links which is mentioned in the description. Thanks for watching, stay safe and goodbye.